Danielle Savoni with our first look at the weather. Pretty gloomy today, but I suspect we've been talking about it all week.
Yeah, I know. A little more cloud cover today even than expected, but certainly cool, like we talked about. And it will be quite significantly cooler next week, even the potential for some wet snow. But before we get there, we're going to boost back up. We have winds out of the west and southwest, so it will be windy for the weekend, for this evening and the weekend, but that will knock our temperatures up a lot higher than this sad little 8 that we have right now. When we look at downtown, 8 degrees as well. Big Four Motors, Calgary's original Jeep store and more in Tazaa Park is also at 8 at the moment. In these next 24 hours showing you 5 degrees overnight, but keep in mind, temperatures will actually rise while we're sleeping. So by the morning, we're looking at 13 degrees and 18 for the afternoon hours. That does come with winds out of the west at 40 kilometers per hour. Full forecast coming up, Cam.
All right, interesting problem. Our problem, maybe a little bit more warmth, and then we cool off, and then maybe some snow, a shock to the system.
Yeah, take in all this warmth this weekend. And I know I say that, you know, we've been saying that at times through the summer, but
for sure,
it's going to be significantly cooler after the weekend for really the entire amount of next week, and then even after that it will continue to cool. So yeah, embrace the teens that we get this weekend. Here's your Capital Chev sky cam, and we had a good amount of cloud cover out there today. The winds have been relatively calm today, but they're starting to pick up and will continually pick up in Calgary and south of Calgary as well. And it's ahead of a system that's approaching us that will, you know, do a couple things to our weather. But before we get into that, just right now, 8 degrees in Calgary. Our high was 9, so below normal. Normal is about 12 degrees for this time of year, 11, 12. It's 4 right now in Banff, and 11 in Brooks, 13 in Medicine Hat, 10 in Lethbridge, and 11 in Milk River. So we are a couple degrees below normal in most communities for today. Also quite gusty. So in Calgary so far, just 28 kilometer per hour gusts so far. Pincher Creek 70. So this corridor, Pincher Creek to Lethbridge over to Medicine Hat, this is where we're looking at the gustiest conditions for today, and they will continually be gusty even through the entire weekend, especially all along the foothills is where we're going to be dealing with that, and that's why there are wind warnings in place, which I'll show you in a moment here. We really have system after system that's going to be moving in, and the jet stream is basically right over us, so it's going to carry these systems in. The thing is with this one right now, it won't really materialize too much moisture on our side of the Rockies, so a lot of moisture for BC, but then on our side, especially in southern Alberta, we'll get a little bit in some communities. For example, there's a little bit of rain tracking towards the Lethbridge area. But again, this is going to die out fairly quickly and not amount to very much. So nothing really to talk about with regards to moisture in southern Alberta for this evening anyway. Up the foothills, that's where we have the wind warning in place. Pincher Creek, Crozes Pass. So in these areas, a gust could get up to 100 kilometers per hour. Most likely we're looking at 90 kilometer per hour gusts possible, 60 to 90 for the Pincher Creek area, Lethbridge as well as we head through the weekend. On the BC side for West Columbia, North Columbia, these areas are looking at a lot of rain, 60 to 80 millimeters of rain from this system, and higher elevations looking at the snowfall. So this is a look at 5 p.m. As we advance through this evening, you can see snow for the higher elevations on the BC side, a tad bit of rain moving through the far south of Alberta, but that dies out really quick. So tomorrow we're looking at sunny breaks, we're looking at some cloudy periods as well, but we're going to be getting the gusty conditions. Those gusty conditions, though, will be out of the west and southwest, and that's what will be knocking our temperatures higher and much warmer than what we've had for these past couple of days. Sunday, you can see that system still for the southern interior BC, still for the mountains, but it will creep its way in on Monday. That's when we're going to get our moisture. So Capital Chev 5-day forecast, 18 for the next couple of days. So a warm weekend, but a windy weekend with some sunny breaks. Sunday night and through Monday is when we get into our potential of a rain-snow mix. 1 to 3 centimeters of snow possible, but again, the ground is so warm, so it will mainly melt on contact. Just a high of 4 by Monday.
All right, Danielle is in. It's a an interesting weekend, gotta say.
Yeah, we're looking forward to some warm weather. And of course, at this time of year and during the winter, when we get those warmer temperatures, it typically comes with windier conditions, right? We get those winds out of the west, it pumps up our temperatures, and that's really what we're looking at for this weekend. All right, 8 degrees is our current temperature, just 9 for our high today, which is a couple degrees below normal of 11. So when you look at the weekend, hey, 18 degrees, pretty good out there. But yes, it does come with winds gusting out of the west up to 40, maybe even 50 kilometers per hour. There will be a good amount of cloud cover at times, also some sunny breaks. The system will actually bring in the moisture Sunday night and through Monday when we look at a wet rain-snow mix.
I probably started digging out some warmer layers. Let's check in with Danielle. We're not going to need them for the weekend, at least.
No, it's really chilly out here right now. Absolutely, these past couple of days, but the winds are going to pick up out of the west and southwest, and that's going to knock our temperatures up significantly for the weekend. In fact, temperatures will start to increase while we're sleeping tonight, believe it or not. We're just sitting at 8 degrees right now. There's a cool wind up to 28 kilometers per hour right now. We did get to just a high of 9 for today. Now, overnight 5, but again, throughout those overnight hours, once it hits 5, it will start to bump up. So 13 at 8 a.m. and then 18 in the afternoon, but it will be a gusty one. We'll talk more about your longer range and your full weekend coming up, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Well, Danielle, I guess for people who've left their yard work till now, this would be a very nice weekend to get out and do some raking.
Yes, or you can be like some people that wait for the wind to take care of the leaves and then just let that deal with that, because we are looking at a lot of wind gusts. So if you have a fence, all the leaves will be on one side. It might be easier to clean by Sunday because it will be gusty. So 8 is the temperature right now in Calgary. It's cool out there. We only got to a high of 9 today, and we should be closer to 11 for this time of year in Calgary. And it's 11 right now in Drumheller, Brooks, and Medicine Hat, 9 in Lethbridge. Overall, very cool. But as Tara mentioned, we are going to boost up in temperature, but that's because of these winds. So the winds have been gusty today, especially further to the south. So 70 kilometers per hour was the maximum wind gust in Pincher Creek for today, in the 50s for Lethbridge and Medicine Hat. Fairly quiet here, 28 in Calgary, but we could have gusts around 40 kilometers per hour later this evening, and that's certainly where we could be at through the next couple of days. So Saturday and Sunday, gusts around 40, 50 kilometers per hour likely in Calgary. We do have the wind warning in place all along the foothills. Pincher Creek, Crow's Nest Pass could have gusts up to 100, but likely closer to 60, between 60 and 90 through the next couple of days. And then on the BC side, that's where we're looking at all the moisture from this system. And all that moisture means a lot of rainfall for North and West Columbia areas. All right, when we look at the BC side, they're going to keep getting the snow for the higher elevations, the rain for the lower elevations, and lots of it in some cases. For us on the Alberta side, it's really just this little burst of rain that's starting to break apart. That's all we're dealing with regards to moisture, but we have the wind and we have some cloud cover. So I'm going to show you how this plays through. This is tonight, snow on the BC side and the higher elevations. That creeps over to our side, so Banff will see some snow tonight and through tomorrow, some wet snowflakes once again. Saturday, as you can see, for southern Alberta, we're looking at sunshine with some cloudy periods. Then this moisture will start to make its way into central Alberta late Saturday and through Sunday. We likely won't see any moisture from this until Sunday night, late Sunday night and Monday. And that's when us here in Calgary could get a couple snowflakes. All right, so 18 degrees for the next couple of days. Yes, it will come with some windier weather, especially in the afternoon hours, mainly cloudy with some sunny breaks. Sunday night and through Monday is when things change. The weather pattern changes and we get into the chance of some wet snow, 1 to 3 centimeters possible on Monday, but a lot of that will melt on contact with the ground, especially on the pavement, and, collect a little in the grass. Just a high of 4 by Monday, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle.
Here's your Capital Chev Skywatch Cam. Nice arch building in. We have winds out of the west, and that's going to increase our temperatures, but also creating some gusty conditions tonight and through much of the weekend for many parts of southern Alberta. We'll talk about it 8 degrees is our current tiny little temperature right now. A few degrees below normal for today, or at least a couple, because normal is 11 and we got to 9 today. And when you compare us to the rest of the country, mid-teens for Regina and through Winnipeg, and those higher teens, Thunder Bay, Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, that's where we're going to be this weekend, in those higher teens. So these winds are going to kick up our temperatures. This is the system that will mainly be dropping all the moisture into on the BC side. So snow for the higher elevations, rain for the lower elevations, lots of it as well. A little bit creeped over to our side, but that's breaking apart and moving out. So we're looking at cloudy periods with some sunny breaks heading through the weekend on our side of the Rockies, and windy. But for the BC side, rainy. Lots of rain, heavy at times for some areas, especially for North and West Columbia. Kelowna, though, 12 degrees. Kamloops, 14. Edmonton, 14. We have to the far north tomorrow some rainfall. And along the mountains, we have snow tonight, wet snow, and then switching over to rain tomorrow. 8 for Banff, 18 for Calgary, 17 for Lethbridge, Medicine Hat, 19. It will be very gusty. Pincher Creek, up to 90 kilometer per hour gusts, and Lethbridge and Medicine Hat looking at 60 kilometer per hour gusts, maybe even 70. So warm for the weekend, as you can see here. Temperatures drop significantly to 4 degrees for daytime highs. Monday with some snowflakes, Tara.
Dan Peters update, it's now 33-17.
Oh, 2 more points.
They were so bad the first half, though.
Oh, boy. Thank you, Glenn. Let's get our final peek at the weekend forecast.
Which is not, oh boy, it's awesome. I mean, if you like the warmer temperatures, because we'll get to 18 degrees. And even things will warm up while we're sleeping tonight. So Mother Nature's giving us a gift tonight of warmer temperatures that will kick in. This does come at our price that we get, you know, living on the side of the mountains with gusty air conditions. So 40 to 50 kilometer per hour gusts are possible Saturday and Sunday, but we'll get those warmer temperatures out of it. Sunday night and through Monday, that's when we get into the potential of some wet snow, 1 to 3 centimeters of it. All right, weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate. Graham Bond sent this one in. This is one of the most peaceful fall photos. You can I could look at this for hours. The other thing is take your time and enjoy the outside and the leaves and the colors, because this will all be gone quite soon.
True enough. That's a beautiful shot. Love it. Thanks for your company tonight. Have a terrific weekend.